Eating VC. All right, so today in Charlotte was our last record convention of the year. I hadn't planned on going, and then I was just like, well, there's a bunch of repairs going on here at the house, so couldn't use the water or whatever, so I said, fuck it, I might as well go up there and pass some time. And it was a good one. They ran out of tables this time. They had so many dealers. I mean, it was absolutely slamming there, but I got there at 9, an hour early before open, so I was able to navigate pretty well. And I hit up the same 3 dealers that I hit up last time. So that, you know, the main 3 that I've been finding stuff from at these things. So that's what we did. I found, I think 7 records, 6 of them for really good prices, and then one big one that the dealer was ready to go move records, so got an amazing deal on it. First record, the guy that runs the convention, he always has the Sun Ra reissues. So I've got one I didn't have, Sound Sun Pleasure. This originally came out in 1970. So Sun Ra and his Astro Infinity Orchestra, stereo copy. Let's see if I can take out the. It's still got the shrink on it. It's still sealed. And this is the 2006 limited edition 180 gram reissue on the Saturn label. And what interests me on this one is they open with their version of Round Midnight. So that's going to be really interesting to hear the orchestra doing an old standard like that. But John Gilmore, Pat Patrick, Marshall Allen, Danny Thompson, James Spaulding, Danny Davis, Clifford Jarvis, and more here in the mix. So always adding to the Sun Ra collection. I'll be dead before I find them all. But yeah, this was, you know, more in the swing big band department on that one. But, you know, good out there stuff, always from Sun Ra. The next thing I found from Greg was this record really cheap. And so I grabbed it. Ustad Ali Akbar Khan, Master Musician of India, on the Connoisseur Society label. This is a first mono pressing from 1966. 2 beautiful ragas on this. Ustad Ali Akbar Khan plays the sarod, and then you have a tabla player and a tampura player, so it really makes it great. It's the Connoisseur label. And this has the original insert, which is, I guess, rare to come by with these Connoisseur series records. So very pleased that this was included. Not something you see very often. So the whole, you know, the book, fantastic. Can't believe that was in there. He mentioned it too. He's like, yeah, that's got the booklet. So I think it was like $15, so I was excited to find this. I grab anything I find from him normally, unless the condition is bad, but the condition is perfect on that. This record is one I just picked up in Greenville at Horizon on my dig with John, Digital Gramophone, and Eric Weinbender. Hoodoo Man Blues, Junior Wells Chicago Blues Band. The reason I picked this one up, it was marked super cheap because it had some writing on the back. And the copy I found was a really recent reissue. This is a 1974 pressing, stereo press on the Delmark label, so an earlier press. And at the price, I couldn't pass on it, because I really dig this record. So it's on that label. So not a first pressing by any means, but an earlier pressing. So I'll probably be selling the reissue at some point. Maybe tomorrow night on the stream that Dom and Alex are holding. Next finds Mike from South Carolina. Always has killer stuff, and got 2 out of his punk section this time. Didn't find anything in the blues, and he didn't have his 7 inches with him, but I did get these 2 records, and they were extremely cheap, so I figured they were reissues, and I was happy to pick them up, even though I thought they were reissues, you know, just normal $20 reissue or whatever. Turns out they're both original first pressings in mint condition, and mind blown. Melvin's Gluey Porch Treatments. So this is the first pressing from 1987. Absolutely stoked. Love the Melvins. You've seen me show a bunch of live footage from their gigs that I go to. It's crazy to see them so young in this picture, especially Dale. I just met him at the Peruvian chicken joint before the last gig at Visualite. And then also from 1991, Bullhead. And this is a first UK pressing. So yeah, on Boner Records, what is it, Tupelo Recording Company, something like that. And this has got the song Boris, freaking great, and Cow to close, a couple great ones. Bullhead did not have either of these Melvins records, and they're in just fantastic shape. I absolutely couldn't believe it. And then that's all I got from Mike this time. And then there's another guy, and I think his name's Doug. I can't remember his name. Older guy. He's in the back of the back right corner of the place. But like Mike, he only really has rare stuff, and he has really rare stuff. Normally, I've been getting reggae records from him the last few conventions, and that didn't change this time. Found a first U.S. pressing of Barrington Levy, Poor Man Style, so kind of a dance hall roots reggae album. I never see this here, so I grabbed it. Clock Tower Records, first press. You got guys on here like Bingy Bunny on lead guitar, Steely on piano, Scully on percussion. It's crazy. Beautiful cover. I'll show you the record on this one. It's this Clock Tower label. Very pleased to find that. And it was relatively cheap. And I had planned on only getting this record from him. He wasn't at his booth when we first, there was another guy there buying some rare like Latin records, and he had to go find the dealer because he was off trying to buy his own records. Because we're there during dealer exchange hour when the dealers are buying from other dealers, so there was no one even at the booth. And so he went and got that guy to come over and bought those records, and then I saw this other record in the reggae section, and I was like, well, it's a little bit out of my price range for my budget for the day. And he goes, well, I got to make sales today. So he made, we haggled a little bit, and then I ended up getting it. So it's 1976 first UK press of Prince Jazzbo, Natty Passing Through. Fantastic roots reggae album on the Black Wax label. You can see that. I don't think I had anything on the Black Wax label other than maybe a 7-inch. This is an extremely hard record to find here in the States. And I'm beyond stoked to find it. This is one of my best finds of the year, easily. Just absolutely stoked. So a very good decision to go to the convention today. Got some other things to show here. We'll do that in a separate video, I think. Peace.